And we are going live. Hello. 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 I can see myself now. Sup, buckaroos? Welcome to the stream. Day 2. And I am going completely blind into this one. We're kicking off with Billy Gaming taking on Movistar R7. I am currently eating my dinner because I am hungry. I'm intrigued by how this game's going to turn out. No hype on these two teams in the announcement. But I've heard good things about BLG. Obviously, the second seed from the LPL always are big threats. Bin being a dominant top laner does make this a bit more interesting, as I think we're going to be in for a treat as a whole. Also intrigued who's casting it. Oh, we won't find out yet. We got the same thing as what we saw yesterday. We'll skip through it. Oh! It's an LPL reunion! I'm intrigued by this, how this is going to turn out. Because obviously they've cast many LPL finals together, so it's nice. So, as a whole, these two teams, I think this is probably the most one-sided matchup in groups. But, who knows? Draft-wise, I'm intrigued by this. So, Draven, Silas, intrigued. Obviously, the CEO, I remember last year at what tournament it was, Worlds, but he was pulling out the that's a nice sign. But yeah, it's a very standard pick, I think, for a CEO to play. Drasifar, it's actually Vibe banned out by BLG, so that's probably meaning they're going to preface Azari first pick. Or are we going to see a G2 flex? It's a G2 flex. Nautilus, still a flex. It's a yikes if it's a flex. I'm actually covering over the draft, aren't I? Good job, me. Haha. I'll move myself down. Ugh. I'm not a fan of the Lucian Nami. But I've been used to European Lucian Nami. Maybe Chinese combinations are better, but that's the first time Zaya's been unbanned in a series so far. So I'm going to be intrigued how this plays out. Wukong locked in alongside that makes sense. So there's jungle, top, left for BLG, top and mid for R7. So expect maybe a Syndra ban. Yeah, there we go. What else is up? I mean, Galio, technically, if you want to go for a bit more side pressure for Miryu. But I'm thinking they're probably going to ban possibly Gragas, is what Munchable has dropped. Talia? That surprises me. But they're taking out Yagao's pool, considering that Nautilus has been locked in. Unless they're thinking it is jungle Nautilus and not mid lane Naut, or it's actually That Talia ban surprises me, honestly. Unless it's Talia jungle they're threatening, but I don't think that's as prevalent anymore. It surprises me how this draft has kind of turned out. But yeah, there's a lot of top lane left open, and R7 are going to get that flexible Gragas. Obviously, it can go between two lanes here. Cassante's up. I think Jax is up. Fiora's up. There's a lot of big picks for BLG to go for here. In the top side, into that Gragas. But it's actually going to be Lee Sin. Ooh. I like it, obviously, because it's a bit of AD damage. They're saying that Viego would have been better here as a carry jungle. But I think the Cassante Lee Sin makes up for the Viego because you get a bit more bulk out from BLG. And realistically speaking, you get a lot more damage as the game goes on, in my opinion. But R7 gonna lock in the Olaf. That's cool. Against Nautilus, I like that pick. Means that he can't be the hook target. And you look at the entire BLG squad, it's a lot of frontline. You're relying heavily on the Lucian to do all their damage. But R7, they just stack armor and do well. The only AP realistically on that team is Nort and Nami. And I don't think they're big damage dealers. So, draft-wise, or composition-wise, what are each team looking to do? I think BLG mainly looking for picks with that squad to kind of press the side lanes, get advantages, and then continue to push and avoid team fighting. Where R7 would probably do a lot better. They've got a lot more engage tools with the Rakan and the Gragas. It's a lot more of a, we're going to run at you and kill you comp. But both teams do realistically not have that much AP damage, unless it's full AP Gragas. I'm intrigued. These seem like two completely different drafts to what we saw day one. As it's just a lot more emphasis on frontline. BLG do have a similar draft to G2, but G2 emphasize Yike carrying. Here BLG are kind of gone for this more well-rounded, we're gonna just match you for the rest of the game. And how are the teams setting up? It's fan setup from R7. No deep boards placed. This is surprising. I thought we may see some vision wards placed early onto the jungle. I've been used to it all season in the LEC of being able to track the jungler, but this is, so far, unless it adapts throughout the series, a common trend from non-European teams, it seems. First strike Lucian, it's not that consistent damage Lucian build. Okay, I like what Bong is doing. It kind of just is clever. I'm surprised he didn't drop a ward. And that's a flash early. Ignite dropped as well and heal. That's quite a bit of... Elk's getting aggressive. That, if it was press the attack or Lucian, that would probably be kill threatening. and possibly trade Flash there on the Rakan. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this bit and just chill speaking, because yesterday I did a lot of talking in this stream. Gonna go for the lane dive. Khan flashes, but doesn't get the knock up. That's just worth it for BLG. Oh, this is just clean from BLG. They're not allowing him to get near the turret, meaning all the gold's gonna go over. Oh, yikes, you gal. Good play overall by BLG there. Because they've got turret plating out of this, and then the CS diff. Lucian probably is going to back by Cool. I've seen so many people pick up Cool now that I expect it to be a first pickup. Gets his biscuit for free. He got a pickaxe. It's a surprise. So so what we've seen so far, day one, was a lot of calls. And here, they're in one. Bit weird. I'm seeing a different style out from BLG and R7. It's interesting because whenever we've seen matches, they've been matching each other in terms of their playstyles. Like, Loud matched G2 style with getting early vision and then matching the Cull. And PSG and DFM, early Culls again, they were matching how they built. And it's intriguing that, again, this series, we're seeing matching starts between the two teams. So, early damage-wise, Lucian's going to do a lot of work with the... That's Dark Seal, not. It surprises me.
Such a nice matchup, and why we're going to probably start to see it a little bit more as we move across the rest of MSI. Audi, though, back on this bot side as this wave is starting to crash, but Sayo's been forced to reset once more. A 20 nearly CS lead now opening up the bot lane.
Yeah, and you know, we saw the 20 CS lead build up off of that initial force away the 4-man play towards the bottom side, denying a lot of CS there from Sayo.
This is just dominance bot lane. So what we've seen is basically whenever possible, Lucian's been trading spells into the Xayah early. Obviously, pre-level 6 Xayah is very vulnerable. And so, them just playing this aggressive style is very good from BLG. And with how Zun has kind of shadowed the bot lane a bit more than he really needs to, it just means that they can play with the aggression that they have. Because right now, you look at how they've played this. They've gone around the vision to try and get control of this bottom half of the map. If you take camps in the bottom half of the map, then R7 have no reason to be in that bottom side jungle. And it really means that there's nothing that Audi can do. intelligent I need to pronounce that name correct. Not hook goes wise, but he's still walking forward.
Trying to just body block, trying to be that man to deny entry from two players, and does it successfully. The Shun may look for the blue buff instead, and invade will do.
Ding.
This as well, he'll hit level 6. I think Oddie's a little bit behind in terms of the experience. That's why BLG
We haven't really looked top lane, but LF has got push right now.
just being a nuisance. If you can deny Oddie the blue buff here,
But
you should be able to deny him access to that level 6.
I think that's probably the only winning lane R7 have right now. So obviously you know that BLG have just been hovering bot side. I would honestly, if you were Oddie, just make a play top side here. You know that this buff is kind of be aggressive and not take it. As bot side Cullen just gets choked through. And now there is the depth charge just thrown through, not even level 6. And that's just an easy double kill. That was clean by BLG, let's be honest. Nami played that well. And I'm pretty impressed by what we just saw. So, as a whole, it is a 2k gold lead, 2.5 if we want to be accurate. And it's just culling damage, choked through, does good, reset the turret aggro, and then bubble lands into depth charge, into just Lee Sin killing it off. And Elk as well gets a kill in that fight. That's huge for BLG. He has got his Catalyst picked up here. Catalyst of Items, whatever it's called, I don't remember its name. But Yugal's just going to get more and more tanky. Going for the Abyssal Mask, obviously you max out E, and essentially, because you're in everyone with the AoE E, doing a lot more magic damage, it's a nice setup here from Nautilus. It's kind of why we're seeing it a bit more with Abyssal Mask. I do believe getting a little bit of a buff and a tweak. The pre-MSI patches, yeah. Yikes. This is just bot lane dominance out from BLG. Zaya, as I said, very squishy. It's going to be easy to kill off. And what do you know? She dies. I'm going to move myself over into the camera. Hi, me. How you doing? You looking cool as top. Oh. Bin. I didn't even watch the kill. It was just clean though. So, mid lane. Ooh. I think Drake should go over to BLG here for free. There's no way you can contest that. As wow. That's a lot of turret gold on. I thought that top lane was a winning matchup for R7. I scratched that statement away entirely. Oh my. Bin. Yeah. 2k gold lead over his opponent. Or 1.4 to be accurate. It's amazing that he's done this. So we'll watch it. Q1 lands, slap, Q2, goes W to try and push him back, all out. He's just using all his spells and hitting him. Like, he missed nothing there. All his Qs hit, his E and W. That was just a clean use of all the spells there by Bin. Bin Bong. That's such a nice, like, name. Like, you've got Bin versus Bong. I'm just thinking Bing Bong, like a clock. I don't know why. And, wow, Elk is getting gold. I don't think you go for that there. He has got Gale Force already. 12 minutes into the game. Already got it. Yeah, this is a lot. I'm surprised by how this is turning out. Like, I mean, I expected dominance, but I didn't expect 12 minutes into the game to be a 5k goal lead. Oh my days. That combo. That was clean. He used his cull, step forward. Oh! And then Gale forces out, and then ease in. It's just clean out from Elk in the mid lane. But Bin kind of went a bit too aggressive topside. We'll probably get a replay of the 1v1. Yeah. It's pretty clean out from BLG in some regards. TP gonna come through from Bin. And then, yeah. This is just that good out from BLG is oh my. Oh 07. He dead. Wow. I mean, only mid lane there's a gold lead for R7. And even then, it's a Nautilus versus a Gragas, so gold-wise, not that impactful, considering they're frontliners. But, wow. Ooh, nearly cancelled it. Gragas might get caught here. He's spotted. Nah. Just steals everything. So dominant here. Out from BLG. Like, they're just clean map movements that make it so hard for R7 to do anything. It's been somehow behind him. So 1v1 again. Lee Sin got caught. Wow. Damage. Coming out from BLG still. Q3. They're going for the full combo. This is just easy shielding killing. Oh, that hook. It shields. Just shield death. What? There's so many shielding there. Like, you think how many shields there is on that BLG game. There's E on Cassante, Nautilus W. It's just so much damage considering not only has a Dark Seal for damage, that's like huge overall because he shouldn't be doing that much damage. It doesn't feel right, especially going into a Gragas who is building full AP burst. So that's just greedy. Yeah, cask, knock up. Yeah, that's bad positioning overall. So bot side. So Q3 gets invested. As we go back. Oh, good night. Oh, the wave catches him. Depth charge. Oh, the damage! I mean, it's rapid fire Lucian. That, wow. You can tell BLG is stupidly far ahead. This game just feels over, and I can't even... Why would you... I mean, you're close. But... Wow. BLG just playing the map. They get a kill mid. They're already killing off the Herald. Drake's up in 3 minutes. This game's over. I've already calling it now. It feels way too far over. As a whole, you look at just the build diff. Bot lane. It's a full item ahead for Elk. And he's just pumping out so much more damage. Like, he's been in an advantage all game. But, like, it's impressive that... I'm intrigued by his CS per minute as a whole, because it feels like Zaya's CS stagnates for about a minute and then gets about 10 more into it. She hasn't really been able to farm, because that just happens. Elk goes in and shreds them. Like, this is what I think BLG have just been very aggressive. As I'm also intrigued how much time CEO has spent in his base due to that burst combination out from Elk. Because it feels like he's lost so much CS because of that. As mid lane tier 1 falls, we're 2 minutes away from the Drake. Baron is up in 15. Herald's drop top. I mean, do we see 20-minute Baron? I definitely see a fight happening, like right now, with how BLG are playing. They're just playing very aggressive in this top lane jungle. They're trying to force R7 to come to them. And 20 minutes on the clock. They're backing. I thought they would go for it. I would have loved it if they went for the Baron take. Now, this is something that I've seen a lot from the team. Is their vision control. They're not afraid to drop a red control ward wherever they go. They've been placing them very aggressively in random positions just to deny vision. Like, that one up there, not in a brush, is very interesting, because you would realistically have thought it'd go in a brush to deny vision on that point. But, right here, it's kind of surprising. But right now, it's a good thing that it's, what's the name of the Drake? Chemtexol. Because that kind of allows R7 a bit more relief in being able to, clear the vision. He's dead. He's just dead. The tanks just tank turret. Simple. Bin's already back up to above half health. He did his job there. Get the kill set up on his ADC. And this is just evil. It doesn't feel fair at all. Only the top half of the map have seen deaths on BLG. Bin is just stealing camps away from the enemy jungler. Chemtank's sole point picked up for BLG. I doubt we'll go another 5 minutes in this game. But there's that win con still on the table. Baron's probably going to be the next fight here. Nami clears this out. She may get jumped on by Wukong. I doubt it, but... how do R7 get back into this? It's a lucky Baron steal, I guess, is the only way in. It's very unlikely with Bin just guarding the pit. They know that they're there. So they have vision of it. But there's no control wards in the pocket of Rainbow's... Oh my days, they're just gonna fight. They got bored of waiting. There's no chance. Lucian's finally free to fire in. Yeah. Aww. What? That's a I give up situation in a game. Just not even try to fight it. Bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. I think R7 have realised they've been outclassed, which is unfortunate because their reactions to this game, it's not, it seems like they've given up and aren't really, I assume you're prepping for game 2, but I think they've lost all motivation with how they just played that fight. Because if I'm going to break this down quite nicely, basically BLG don't want to 50-50 it. They got bored of waiting on the Drake Baron, so they're just going to fight. And so Yagao just steps forward, hooks whoever. He's going to hook something regardless. And with what the comp he's going up against is, the only target that you would be like, oh my days, he got the best hook possible, will be on Desire. But that hook is very impossible with the fact she has ultimate. That ability to just become untargetable means that you have to just hook anything. So Yagao goes up, hooks the Olaf. Now bear in mind, Olaf hasn't really been indexing into the tankiness. He's been a bit more damage heavy because he needs to be able to sustain with lifesteal. And yeah, he pops ultimate, loses a lot of resistance as the culling gets thrown out. The reason he pops ultimate is obviously to try and not allow Nautilus to root him with his auto attack, but it just means he dies quicker to this culling that's perfectly placed. He does get bailed out though by a heal, and look where Elk is stood. He is out of this fight for now. He's avoiding the engage from this Wukong. If Wukong doesn't go for 3 members and dies onto these two, it would be better. Also, the peel coming out from Rakan to kind of stop the Lee Sin getting a flash insect kick onto Desire basically means it's a trade of all of Zaya's defensive tools, except the flash technically, for the life of the jungler on BLG. Now, if I am R7, your mentality is to continue to fight because obviously you've killed the jungler. Baron becomes more of an easy thing for you to kill, but when you have Lucian untouched on BLG's side and you've used your Rakan engage, you've not used your Wukong engage onto him. In fact, the Wukong engage finally gets thrown out now onto him. But Lucian dashes out. He's just alone. And Abel, he gets stunned there by, don't know what. What does he get stunned by?
Immediately they got the follow-up there, and even though they lose shot at the start of this, the damage from Elk
Oh, Cask. Oh, I understand that play. So, what Rainbow Seven's goal is either to cask Dilution into the Wukong knockup, where all the feathers are being placed down yet again, and then possibly execute him off that way. But instead, the cast knocks Lucian into the wall, and basically nowhere. He's not even taken away from the fight, he's just left stranded. So it basically means Elk can just wait for it to unstun, and boom, 2 shots, there's the rest of the damage, and he's able to execute off 2 for free.
I'm not sure what happened to Bong here. I don't know if he
Yeah.
for Sayo to get back. It was like, oh, I can blast cone into the base. He was trying to maybe.
Don't know what's...
Yeah, I think he was trying to style on a little bit, accidentally hit bin. I was like, I made a terrible decision here.
Huh.
Yaga as well. It's like
Good hook there by
perfect for the
Nort.
timing of that blast code. Denies the escape.
And yeah,
And now BLG.
BLG, Baron on their shoulders, Soul in 2 minutes, and
On their Red Bull power.
a lot of damage being put down onto the Wukong by just like 2 autos from Lucian. This game is over.
But I'm looking towards R7. I'm looking towards that miracle fight. They got to pick on Shun in the previous one.
I don't know if a miracle fight's even gonna
They managed to pick off Lucian, but he just bursts you. He's got too many escape tools for him. And that's fight. Lucian's getting bursted, but he's on his own. There's no way for R7 to get the kills. Everyone's just diving onto Elk one by one, feeding him kills. And yeah, that's that. That's the game. Easy peasy from BLG. It's just clean.
Welcome to BLG.
Game 2. Let's get it. Not Power Slap. No. We're not watching my guilty pleasure. I enjoy watching Power Slap, let's be honest. If you don't know what it is, I might as well talk about it. It's essentially people slapping each other really hard and taking turns to do it. That's all it is. Anyway, let's get into game 2. Gonna be honest, this is going a lot quicker than yesterday. So draft-wise, Zaya banned out this time. We're not switching sides, which is a surprise. Teams don't seem to be leaving red side. I'm shocked by it. But yeah, no more safety for BLG. I'm also surprised that we see Nautilus banned. Obviously, G2 played it yesterday. We get to see something new in that mid lane. I'm also gonna do that for draft. Now, what's left open? Zeri? Zeri is technically open. Vi is banned. So yeah, you could still definitely go Lulu Zeri, but it's Nidalee. I definitely think BLG have been streaming against G2. Or scrimming, I should say. It seems so similar in how they've been playing this play-ins. I mean, yes, Jun is known for his Nidalee, but like, it does seem very much so they've been scrimming against each other. Rakan is a response. Clearly a big pick. It wasn't too big yesterday, though. I'm obviously using day 1 analysis to kind of break this down. But, like, Rakan wasn't picked up that much yesterday. And usually you'd pair it with Desire, but it's not here as Elise. So, 2 AP junglers, what's left open, you're definitely going to expect some AD out in mid lane. Tristana is technically available. We've seen that a lot. Gwen is open. GP's... Oh, there's a lot of picks being covered here. You've got to get some AD in top lane. Cassante, Jax, Renekton. Okay, so full AD damage. Oh, of course, the Nidalee Renekton combo. This is a prevalent combo from years past. You used to be able to just stun people up with the Renekton and then just have a spear immediately land onto you. And Jinx is the follow-up pick. I like it. It's a lot of carry potential. What did we see paired alongside it yesterday? We saw Lulu. We saw... Thresh is still open, so maybe we see that paired alongside it. Thresh wouldn't be terrible because you steal that away from like an Aphelios pickup for R7. They're possibly going to get that, but it's actually going to be banned. So yeah, that's an expected ban. I could expect Aphelios to be banned out here. Because ADC not locked in round rotation 1 is huge for BLG. Because that kind of means you can punish them quite heavily. What is it? There's Zeri. You've got Aphelios. There's also... What else is it? There's Sivir. I mean, that's more of a fallback for certain players. Draven's banned. Yeah, there's a lot of bot lane bans here. Definitely gonna see probably BLG index another ban into bot lane. Just makes so much sense to do that here. TK banned, so yeah, that makes sense. Still Lulu is available. I still think you can pick that into the Rakan, just polymorph him. Varus is actually going to be the ban. I mean, that's actually a flex ban because you can play AP mid Varus. I mean, I'm not... Who knows? I'd be surprised if that gets logged. That makes the most sense to me. I'm gonna get comfy now. Yeah, this will make sense. What's the last picks? Mid lane. What is there for... Actually, wait. Renekton could be flex mid and go Jax top. For BLG. Maybe we pivot it. Jace. I forgot that exists. You forget certain champs exist when you do this, though. I like it. It's flexible. What's the last pick? That'd be throwing the gauntlet. I like it because you've not got much CC on BLG's side in comparison to game 1. Dwagon could come out as well. I like that as well. R7 have a very good scaling comp. They'll be playing a lot more for late game. They do have a lot, however, some early game like synergy with the Elise, who wants to probably get some ganks early, pair it alongside Rakan. So you could see R7 being the bot lane team this game in comparison to what BLG were in game 1. Now, it is quite similar comps between the two teams, minus the mid lane. I'm intrigued by it. You definitely see similarities between the two teams and how they've drafted. But right now, I would say it still favors BLG based on names in the game. It just seems that they've got a lot more lockup in the Renekton Nidalee combination that they can look for picks in the side lane. They have the poke with the Jace as well. I just realized they're going to be looking to secure areas of the map, control it, and do work. Anyway, here we go. Onto the Rift we go. for game number 2.
Loaded onto the rift for game number 2 here, BLG versus R7.
I don't know if you heard that, but we've got BLG Gios going on here in London. The BLG fans coming out in force today.
I'm intrigued by this. I still am yet to get my God him. Got him. I might do it after this game. Actually, I'll do it now while we're doing this. I've got my secondary monitor on and going. Fan out start on both sides of the rift, realistically speaking. Did Nidalee drop a ward? I believe... No, they didn't. They actually set up defensive vision this game instead of the attacking ones. That's kind of nuts by either team. Yikes, that's a landed spear. And I'm... Just damage! Flash burnt already on the jungle. Up ADC, that's huge. Definitely can see them pathing down there early.
What has he done to BLG? Every single game, he's just been the focus of BLG's attention the entire way through. Already getting a flash from the Cephalios and putting a lot of pressure on Adi as well.
You're saying what has he done? But this is Shun's jungle. For anyone that's not watched Shun, the Legends,
Good night, jungle.
both jungles are his jungle. Adi has no right to be here near Shun's second Grom.
And he's... Oh, he's caught.
But it ain't a 1v1. And Adi says,
Good night.
that's my Grom.
He storms the castle and takes it back. Adi getting the kill on the board from
That was just greedy.
Yaga feeling a bit of hurt here.
Felios... Felios... Aurelian Soul burn. And yeah, I finally got my emote. Thank you, game, for reminding me. They seem to do that in game 2, is just drop that. But the thing is, right now, Aurelian Soul early burns through words are hard. Burns through mana quite quickly. So, the fact that he's put Yagao lower mana as well makes this mid lane a bit more easier for the opponents. This is a bit different though. Early game play going to come out top side. Adi is set up here. Gonna burn a flash already. That seems like a dead Renekton. Yeah. Clean. Clean, clean, clean.
Swinging in this early game. Great play onto the top side. Adi again getting the ball. We said, hey look, if you can get this game under control in the early stage 4-7, Aurelian Sol and Felios in the late game is nothing to sniff at. So Yagao gonna feel the hurt once more. Miru.
Oh, Yagao could be in trouble here. Actually, does the old switcheroo swap sides of the
It isn't actually phase rush. That surprises me. Not non-phase rush. Jace here into the Felios. I mean, I'd prefer phase rush purely because you don't outrange him early. So, first strike really doesn't get as much value as this early game starts. As bot side, Nidalee's gonna get an easy spear here. Yeah, it just makes sense. I'm surprised he was able to get that. As you don't need a mini wave. What? The polymorph. I mean, you get 1-for-1 in the top and the bot lane, but you technically also lose another one. Yeah, that's a good play from BLG in terms of getting themselves tempo back into the game. But like, it does seem bot lane yet again is being ballooned. Yeah, you can. There's no way for the Elise to catch up to Chase.
And the fact that he managed to get away there is just because you saw the resets coming through on bot. Not he wasn't sure where they are, but Miru holding this wave at arm's length from Yagao, just thought this chase would get a lot more control here, but Miru, we talked about how important he has been for R7. He's stepping up again. Miru has been incredible when it comes towards KDA over in LLA. Massive amount of kill participation for the squad as well.
So, I'm going to take stock of the map state right now. Level 6 has just been picked up for Neophelio, so he can drop the stun. He does damage. That was a good play out from Neophelios. But Nidalee gonna do more damage when she gets on top of you. And now Aphelios is in danger. Because yeah. And On is just standing in front of him, stacking up his support item. Respect the man as bot side Elk caught. But, oh. We haven't really talked about Lions. Didn't even know he was in the game. We haven't had to talk about supports that much. As this game... Oh, lovely flash. Oh. How close is he to level 6? Oh, he's nowhere near. And Shun already down in the bot lane. He's just shadowing so well his bot lane. Obviously, the Nidalee has so much sort of like strength right now in comparison to the Elise from what she's actually getting done. I mean, yes, topside map, Kazante has been given a lead, but it's not that much. It's only 300 gold between the top laners. And right now, Ben might win that trade. Another double calls on BLG's side of the Rift. I mean, we did talk about it game 1 about the call being a big old talking point. This game, it's been picked up as that combo. Just clean. This Aphelios is being blown up to an advantage. And he's just chasing... Oh, he does so much damage. But... He's dead. I thought he was tanking that. I want to see how they juggled turret aggro there. So, yeah, we'll watch this fight. So, Jinx takes aggro first. He just takes aggro all the time. So why does turret... It didn't look like he got out of turret range, in my opinion. But he might have, honestly. It is quite close. I wouldn't have assumed Elk got out of turret range there. But he's able to force turret aggro onto On. And... yeah, clean. It's just a 2v1. It's always going to be clean when you can juggle aggro quite well and just do enough damage with the polymorph pacing down and making... It just makes it so hard. And yeah, Elk's just been playing perfectly game 1 and 2 so far. He's just able to harass the opponent well. Or anytime he can use his summoners or abilities. It feels so hard if you're Seo to get any sort of pressure. Because you're being constantly pushed under your turret. Shun has kind of been hovering down the bot lane from pretty much minute 1. And I think with what R7 did in this game, with them kind of trying to play for Bong as
flashing over the wall to look for Oddy. He's got a 2-level advantage. The Cocoon buys a little bit of time for Oddy. But
he's
can he
gonna
survive?
Q him.
The dominance in play, but he gets a bit of healing. The rock
Oh,
just shy, and now an opportunity for Bong instead. It's a kill for Lions. As Bong
oh,
shot, dodges away
you
from
don't
the
win
dominance.
this,
Now trying to
Bong.
position his Yagao. Re-enters the play. Bong over the wall, and it's 10 stacked there. But it's BLG getting away with it again, trading blows.
I mean, that was a good fight for R7. But essentially what I was trying to say was R7 focus into the top side to give Bong a bit of an advantage against Bin. Because Bin's always going to try and carry a game on his own. But doing that means that you're leaving your bot lane on an island as... Yeah. Good night. That was a bit greedy. If the star hit, that was a kill. But like, how close is Miru to his transcendent star? Because if he had that there, that was a kill. Jesus, a CSD in the bot lane. 100 to 64. Cool's almost stacked. I think... Yeah, it's just constant harass. Seo's not been able to play this game. So they're kind of forcing the play. That was a bad play. I'm just gonna rewind. Just watch who Seo goes for here. Essentially, they go in, all in, onto Elk. But look what happens to Seos's Infernum. It's immediately slicing up on not the Elk. If he was on Elk, like he positioned over, that was definitely a kill. But yeah, damage comes through, and yeah, game over. Bot lane is just ballooned. That's a big 2 kills over 2. Elk here for free. Oh, he's dead. It's just the combos. Cool's complete for Jinx. Once she gets this back, she also got bot lane to 1. Oh, this feels so ballooned already. If Bim wins that fight, I don't know which ult times out quicker. All out or... Wait, all out wasn't even used. He hasn't got Dominus. Easy kill though for R7. Dark Harvest on Nidalee. Nice. It's electrocute. We talked about yesterday, yikes. Nidalee going Conqueror over the likes of Dark Harvest. Electrocute's a bit better, I feel, for the burst combo in comparison to what we saw yesterday. I like this more from Jun's Nidalee. So Elk's gonna get another turret. Yeah, they're killing this.
We're witnessing a 15-plate game if BLG finish this tower in the next 25 seconds, which, I mean, they easily should, clearing that wave away. It's tanky. They've got 20 seconds to do it, though.
That's just so much gold into... It's a 4k gold lead in the bot lane. Wait, it's more than that. It's 6k if you include supports.
7.6 thousand gold on this Jinx at the 14-minute mark.
How?
Go back, get his second item completed at this stage. It's going to be the
Was Elk involved in every turret play? Like, in terms of killing the turret? Because it felt like it. Finally, the Transcendent Star is picked up for Mirio, but yeah, it doesn't feel like an even fight in the mid lane still somehow. Yeah. I mean, that's a fairly even matchup in the sense that Bin doesn't have that much of a gold lead. It's even topside and barely a lead in the mid lane for Mirio. Good steal there by the Elise on the camp. But Elk's just... he's free firing. I'm going to be intrigued by what... oh, he's got Gale Force. Imagine that. I just looked at the thing going wide and it's just like... oh, he died. Damn. Still hitting spears. This game is over. Jeez.
Game number 1, he was not the carry. Game number 2, he's 0-4-0. While Elk is dominated, Shun is dominated.
I love how we built this up being like, remember his G2 Gangplank play? Here it is. Remember his pentakill? Here it is. And then he's now 0-4 with a cold that's just bombing.
And he's by Renekton in Italy.
But now here goes Yago.
Oh.
Flash, as Adi was waiting the wings. Even having lines.
Honestly, Yagao has kind of been put behind quite a lot this game. But just looking at the items for BLG, I'm intrigued how this R7 comp gets on top of Elk. Because you need to shut down that carry if you are to win this game. Because you do need to win this if you are R7. There's no way to progress if you don't. I mean, technically you have another game, but... it still feels so one-sided. Oh, I want to see how much damage a spear lands for on the Cassante, but it doesn't really matter. He's dead. Oh, Jinx, Rocket. That's the big star. Gonna trade back a kill. Oh, good night, Sayo. Oh, that spear. That was close range as well. Not even that much damage. Oh! Oh! Elk's just able to free fire. This might be Dancing Harold, honestly. Never mind. See, I like what R7 are doing and letting the inhib die. It means that you kind of get super minions to kind of clear the wave and get XP. It should bounce back, but they're not actually going to let it fall. Never mind. See, I would have let it fall, get the gold from minions. It's a bit more advantageous for you. Considering your fellows is 0-5, you need a back. You need a way back in, and that the way they're playing right now, there is none. Yep, good night. Bong dies. And then it's just Elk firing in freely. Lulu plus Jinx autos. Good night as Yagao gets a pretty big return kill. And the only advantage on the side of R7 is the Elise now. It's time to ring the dinner bell as down goes Cassante. Legendary. Oh, the gravitational went wide, but that's a legendary Jinx. Good night, R7 in this game. We're definitely seeing class from every one of the major teams in this group stage.
Hey, look, it's BLG, right? They want to try and take it as much in their stride as possible. Try to start away from this. They're looking to see if they can start to move over towards that bar.
I am tired. Yesterday's stream took a lot out of me. Obviously, I cycled before getting to it. Today, we're getting exciting games and Barons at 20 minutes. Just chaos across the map. I love it. I absolutely love it. He stole it! Yeah. Oh. I mean, it's not going to be much. But what a smite steal. That was not like what BLG did game 1. Game 1, they would have been over the wall trying to kill him. This game, they just feel too far ahead. Maybe some overconfidence from BLG. I think that's a thing we need to preface if they play up in groups in the main stage. Oh. I didn't realize it was a 2v1. I thought it was in favor of R7. Turns out I was wrong. Well, there's one less Baron on a R7 side of Rift. Oh, I want that much damage. They have the big star. The wee wee star can be dropped down. But just, his autos do so much damage. Yeah. That Baron is pretty useless. It has slowed down the push, but yeah. Star gets dropped. Triple. Quadra. No. He gets denied the penta. Wow. What is this wind music?
Dire Straits, it's gone. It's absolute shambles. I think it's going to be... But seriously, though, Tactics is an incredible performance.
Full white. Yikes. I mean, I know it's their colours, but damn.
For BLG,
It's even baggy. I mean, I know it's a different culture and everything, but
a lot of what we expected from the outfit.
it feels weird, their outfit. Like their jersey and style.
In playoffs, where we've seen
I mean, I like the side patterns, but hey. Game, well, first series of the day done. We now head into our second, which will be Golden Guardians. I'm frozen. Good job, me. But our second series will be Golden Guardians versus GAM. I'll get to that in a second. In fact, I'm gonna stop the stream, load it back up with that. See you guys then.